It is one of the greatest competitions on the planet. I'm talking about the Champions League, and both sides are thrilled to be here. Now they want to make it count on the big stage. Excitement in the Parisian air. We're at the Parc des Princes here in the French capital. Derek Ray here in the commentary position, joined for analysis by Sue Smith. And a real feeling of all systems go. It is, after all, match day 1 in the Champions League. It's Paris Saint-Germain up against Newcastle United.
Yeah, cheers. Well, both teams will be hoping that they can get to the knockout round, so it is important that they pick up the 3 points early on. Just send out a statement to the others. I'm sure we'll see a good competitive match, though.
Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-3-3, and I think in midfield they'll have one deeper and the other two a little bit further forward. But they also have that option to have the 2 deeper lying midfielders if they do start to get overrun.
And here's the Newcastle formation.
Yeah, it's a very similar look, isn't it? So it'll probably come down to those individual matchups. I think those wide areas will play a key role, though. It's so important that the fullbacks get forward and push their opposite number back.
Interesting 90 minutes ahead of us here. Paris Saint-Germain get things started. Pacho. Might lead to a chance. On to Vitinha. Joao Neves. Hakimi. Very quick thinking there. Well, using the space really well, but now can they push on? PSG doing well to win it back. Decent idea. Nicely saved. Dembele tasked with taking the corner. Midge. Vitor Ferreira. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. And support available. Surely! Instinctive save! Fantastic reflexes!
Well, he was under real pressure there, but his reactions were absolutely brilliant.
by Ousmane Dembele. Well, made the connection, but that was catching practice for the keeper. Ramsey. Well, sometimes a player is simply a natural talent. Ousmane Dembele falls in that category. What do you expect to see from him today?
Well, he's so quick, and his ability to get past players using his pace is just a joy to watch. He can also exploit that space in behind, so defenders, they're going to have to be careful if they're keeping a high line today.
And the verdict is yellow card.
Yeah, and it's a poor challenge, isn't it?
And passing it well. And the Magpies failing to keep the ball. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards.
Well, here it is again, and he shows his quality to beat his man, finds a yard of space, and then his finish. It's quality, that.
They get the ball moving again. What effect will that goal have on PSG? We're going to find out here. Hakimi. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Cynical would normally be yellow. Well, he's gone into the book.
Good decision from the ref. He'll have to be careful now.
And an effective clearance. Ferreira. Textbook example of how to cut it out.
Yeah, no messing about there. He saw that coming, didn't he?
Sandro Tonali. A tremendous vision. Real chance. And that's comfortably gathered. Dembele. To run and run and run. Dembele safely away. Well, both sides encountering difficulties keeping possession. Could pose a threat on the counter. This could be trouble. Well, really walking a tightrope, but not seeing yellow for a second time.
Well, I think he's been a bit fortunate there. You have to be careful when you're already on a booking.
Hakimi. Leading it through. Oh, he could finish. Well, the break looked promising, but the danger has been averted. Space for the Magpies in the wide position. Dangerous ball. Just needs to get rid of it. Well, using the space really well, you've got to say. Putting it out of play for a throw-in.
Well, it's certainly not all been Newcastle in terms of possession, but the tactic is working really well. Let the opposition have the ball as soon as they win it back. Hit them with pace and be a little bit more direct, and it's certainly working.
PSG with work to do. Corner coming up.
Well, it's the first chance that they've had in a while, and the crowd are sensing this is a great opportunity. They're really getting behind them.
Hall. And a fine tackle. Joe Linton. Can he find the right pass? Giving it air. Oh, a superb chip. Spellbinding.
Well, if we watch this again, it's a lovely technique. Sees the goalkeeper's position, decides to chip him and gets it just right. It's a great goal.
And the ball is moving again. 2-0 is how it stands. And the referee has added on 2 minutes of stoppage time. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Can he put it away? An amazing piece of goalkeeping.
I just don't think he can believe that that's not got in, but he's met his match with the keeper. His superb reactions kept that one out.
And the corner played over by Dembele. And that is that for the first half here in the French capital. Well, sometimes you excel, on other days you don't. And this hasn't been a great day for Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, he's struggling today, isn't he? It could be the service isn't there, but he still needs to keep making those runs to pull the defenders out of position.
And into the second half, the story of the first half was one of the Magpies dominating. Marquinhos. Snuffing out the danger. Plenty of support here. And behind it's gone for a corner. Who can he pick out? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, this is just a lovely delivery into the area, begging to be attacked. But he's allowed far too much time for the finish. Just casually knocks it past the keeper. Defending was poor there, no doubt about that.
Away again, and Newcastle really beginning to run away with this now. The scoreline threatening to get ugly here. Minge. Well, he loves drifting in off the flank. Oh, keeper dealt with it. Well, they have elected to go to the bench at this stage of the game. Over it comes, and dealt with proficiently there. And PSG giving it away. Plenty of support here. Real chance, and that will be offside. Well-timed tackle, distributing it well. Showing good situational awareness. Voigtemaden. It's with Joelinton. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. That's useful play. And goes for goal! Well, it wasn't quite the quality of shot that we were all anticipating. Joelinton. Gordon. And a throw-in coming up for Newcastle. He's made a real difference, I must say, but the manager... that this is the time to make a change. Barnes looking to cut inside, but they took care of the situation defensively. So a throw in for PSG. Well, they've decided to make a change. Warren Zaire-Emery. Lee. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence.
Yeah, nice build-up. They just lack that end product. Stop that one in its tracks.
Will it happen for them? Oh, great attacking play, but stout defending when it mattered. Out of play, Newcastle throw-in forthcoming. And the referee retrospectively will go back and hand out the yellow card. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. Genuine chance. And a goal here! There it is! They've done it!
Well, take a look at this. The pace they show on transition, it's just so impressive. The defenders can't stay with them. And then through on goal, he decides to go for power. Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. And you have to say it was a good finish.
A quarter of an hour remaining here. Not hard to read that pass.
I'm sure the manager won't be happy with how careless he's been there.
And he's made headway. And it's got to be. Intelligent ball. And he read it well, intercepting it. Referee said advantage. Warren Zaire-Emery. Now, can they hit them on the counter? There's the shot! Oh, denied in his quest to make it a double.
Yeah, you've got to praise the keeper for his positioning. He makes it difficult for him, but I'm sure he'll be disappointed that he couldn't get the second of the game. There is still time, though.
Who's going to get on the end of it? Decent position. Decisive in the tackle. And a throw in here. Marquinhos. Well, a touch too heavy there. Maybe room here for the counter-attack. Oh, big chance. There's the chip. Well, going for the chip, had the confidence to do so, and it nearly paid off.
Well, it's the right idea, isn't it? Just gets a bit too much on it. The keeper will be happy to see that go over the bar.
Well, we are going to have a decent amount of stoppage time. 3 minutes to be exact. Might work out. In it goes! It looked as though they were down and out. Not a bit of it. What will happen next?
Well, here we can see it again, and it's a really cool finish. He didn't overthink it, just made his mind up and slotted it home.
Can't really say defences are on top. 3-2. Full time then, and Paris Saint-Germain have work to do already. Where did it all go wrong for PSG? It's a poor start to their Champions League season.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed. It's an uphill battle if you don't get anything from the opening game. It really comes down to how they bounce back now. It's vital that we see a much improved performance next time out.
No two ways about it. He really has brought his influence to bear on the proceedings.
Yeah, well, he gave the backline a torrid time, didn't he? He was far too sharp for them. Always looking to play on the shoulder. Took his goals well too. Clearly the difference maker today.
Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. Who can he pick out? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. Who can he pick out? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. Who can he pick out? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. Who can he pick out? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance. Genuine chance. And a goal here. There it is. They've done it. Genuine chance. And a goal here. There it is. They've done it. Might work out. In it goes! It looked as though they were down and out. Not a bit of it. What will happen next? Might work out. In it goes! It looked as though they were down and out. Not a bit of it. What will happen next? Might work out. In it goes! It looked as though they were down and out. Not a bit of it. What will happen?